of a story I call eye contact. So there I was, a young woman living in New York City, hoping to prove that making eye contact with total strangers and smiling at them would warrant me a smile back. When you're single and lonely, those smiles are what get you through the day. During my 80-minute walk to and from work, I had the pleasure of staring into hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of eyes. Everyone smiled back. People in suits, people on phones, people pushing strollers. I counted the children in the strollers, because after all, didn't they invent smiling at strangers? Sullen teenagers smiled back. Old people smiled. Now with old people, you had to give them about a quarter of a mile head start. They needed time to make the contact, look away, do a double take, realize someone noticed them, smile back, and go on their way. My greatest accomplishment was the day of the angry man. I had spotted him in the crowd. He was tall, and he had pushed every nerve ending on his face into the center. And when you push every nerve ending on your face into the center, you can only walk at one speed, 82 miles an hour. He came, he smiled, he left. And it only got better. One night, I was walking through the Bowery, not what you'd call a residential neighborhood in 1982, but tell that to the many people who were camped out on the sidewalks. I happened to notice a group of men. They were warming their hands over a fire that they had started in a trash bin. One of them was unwrapping a sandwich, and he had thrown the paper onto the ground. Don't get me started on litter bugs. But even I realized this was not a moment for one of my perky little lectures, so I kept walking. Don't you know, this very same litter bug came strutting up beside me, looked me up and down, and said, "Mama, I like your stuff." I made eye contact. I said, "Oh yeah? You like my stuff so much? Why don't you go and pick up that piece of paper you dropped?" And he said, "When I'm good and through with you." He had me. I was silenced. I had nothing to say. But my face must have said something, because the next thing I heard was, "And I guess I'm through with you." He turned around and left. Well, I turned around a few minutes later just to make sure I wasn't getting any surprises. But I did. There was that man picking up his paper and throwing it in the trash bin. Eye contact.